What's up everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm actually going to be trying to predict every single Four Nations game. There's 7 total games that are going to be played at the Four Nations. Every team's going to play each other. For those of you guys who do not know, there's actually 4 teams there: Canada, US, Finland, and Sweden. I'm going to try to predict every single game correctly and then who I think is going to win. I think this is actually somewhat doable because there's only so many games played. There's 6, not counting the championship. And then, I mean, some teams are stacked compared to others. I feel like this is actually somewhat predictable. Obviously, let me know down in the comments your guys' thoughts on my prediction. This starts tomorrow on Wednesday. I'm super excited for it. And with that said, let's dive into this. So I got the schedule next to me. I'm also going to keep my scores on the screen here so you guys can see who I think is going to win. And first up, we got Canada versus Sweden. And I'm going to give this one to Canada, although I think it's going to be a very, very close game. It's the first game of the tournament. I think Sweden's got a really good defensive core, good goaltending, and I think they just have a good two-way team. They don't have like a super high scoring, high skilled team, other than some players of course, but I feel like they just have a really responsible, good two-way game team. And I mean, I think that's going to translate pretty well in this tournament. Next up, we got USA and Finland. I mean, no offense to Finland, I think USA is going to win this one pretty clear cut. Obviously, Finland's not a terrible team. It's still good players there, but I mean, that US team is absolutely stacked. Then we got Finland, Sweden. I'm going to give this one to Sweden. Again, somewhat convincingly. I think this is definitely Finland's best chance to get a win, in my opinion, is this game against Sweden, but I still don't see it. Then next up, we got US, Canada. I think this one's going to be an absolute grueler, and I'm going to give this one to Team USA. I think they're going to edge this one out. I think it's going to be quite high scoring affair, even though the US have really good goaltending. I feel like this one could just go back and forth and will end something like 5-4, something just crazy. Then we got Canada, Finland. Again, I think Canada's going to win this one pretty convincingly. Again, no disrespect to Finland whatsoever. Just this Canada team is unbelievable. And then we got USA, Sweden, and I'm going to give this one to US, but I think it's going to be a 1-goal game. I could see this also going to overtime. This would be like a must win for Sweden, I believe. And I think even if they win, technically by these standings, they would not make it. But I think they're such a two-way team. Like I said at the beginning, I think they're a team that's so defensively responsible, and I think the US are not. So I think this one would just be a super close and nail biter, like 3-2, 2-1 overtime. So that means for the championship game, I have Canada versus US, and I'm trying not to be biased, but I'm going to give it to Canada. I think they're just going to clutch up when it matters. We've got a lot of players who have done it and have clutched up before, and I think that's going to reign supreme in that championship match. Of course, USA could just clean sweep this whole entire tournament. They have a stacked team, but I think when push comes to shove, Canada's going to get her done in finals. But yeah, you guys, let me know down in the comments your guys' thoughts. What are your guys' predictions? Who do you guys think's winning the whole thing? I'm very excited for this. It's been a while since we've had best on best, and I'm pumped. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.